In a small bustling village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling river, lived a boy named Abdul Wasay. Abdul Wasay was an adventurous 10-year-old, with bright, curious eyes and a heart full of wonder. He was known throughout the village for his boundless energy and fearless spirit. One sunny afternoon, Abdul Wasay stumbled upon an old, dusty shop at the edge of the village. Its wooden sign read "Antique Wonders" and hung at a slant, creaking with each breath of wind. Curiosity piqued, Abdul Wasay pushed open the rusty door with a loud creak. Inside, the shelves were lined with peculiar items, each with a story of its own. As Abdul Wasay wandered through the shop, something shimmering caught his eye. It was a mirror large and ornate, with intricate carvings twisting around its golden frame. Drawn to it, Abdul Wasay stretched out his hand to touch the mirror. The moment his fingers brushed against its glass, he felt a shiver run through his spine. Suddenly, the mirror's reflection started to swirl until it transformed into a scene from, was it really? Another world. The landscape beyond the glass was unlike anything Abdul Wasay had ever seen. It was a vibrant world of pastel skies, sparkling rivers flowing uphill, and birds with feathers as brilliant as jewels. As if in a trance, Abdul Wasay stepped forward, and to his amazement, his foot went through the mirror without resistance. Before he knew it, he was completely inside this enchanted world. He looked back, but the reflection behind him showed only the quaint shop he had left. There was no turning back. Abdul Wasay began exploring, and soon he met the inhabitants of this marvelous world. Among them was Zehra, a tiny, quick-witted fairy with a crown of amethyst blossoms. She was flitting from flower to flower, leaving trails of stardust in the air. Zehra welcomed Abdul Wasay and shared that the world inside the mirror was watched over by a guardian tree. But something was troubling it. Its leaves were wilting, and its roots were growing weak. Abdul Wasay, always ready for a challenge, volunteered to help. The tiny fairy explained that an old spell had been cast by a long-forgotten sorcerer, and only someone from the outside world like Abdul Wasay could break it. He would need to find 3 magical tokens hidden across the realm. His journey took him to the glimmering glade, where he befriended a singing fox, and to the whispering wood, where trees whispered secrets in the wind. Each place held one of the tokens, hidden in the most imaginative ways, by solving riddles and aiding magical creatures. With the final token in hand, Abdul Wasay returned to the guardian tree. He placed them at its base and whispered the words Zehra had taught him. Bring back life to the roots, restore what is free and noble. A brilliant light enveloped the tree, and slowly its vitality returned. Lush green leaves sprouted, and colorful blossoms erupted forth, filling the air with sweet fragrances. As a thank you, the guardian tree opened a new path that led Abdul Wasay back to the mirror. Stepping through, he found himself back in the dusty shop, with Zehra waving goodbye. Abdul Wasay left Antique Wonders, with the shopkeeper giving him a mysterious wink. He had a newfound gratitude and wonder for the world around him, along with a twinkle in his eye that suggested many more adventures lay ahead.